We're at Fratton Park tonight. Portsmouth hosts the Sky Bet Championship leaders, Coventry City, in action from the second tier of English football. It's a Pompey side that have just started to turn the corner after a slightly sluggish start to their campaign, undefeated in their last three, and a victory over one of those perhaps in the early season title hunt, Middlesbrough, in their last home outing. On the other side of it, Frank Lampard and Coventry City come here suddenly with the target right on their backs, still the leaders in the Sky Bet Championship and on a sensational run of form. 4 wins in their last 4, haven't conceded in their last 5 as well. And here at Fratton Park, before kick-off, we will have a pause for reflection as Pompey pays their respects to Milan Mandaric, the former owner and chairman of the club between '98 and 2006, who sadly passed away on October the 4th this month. Mason Clark gets it down and fires it into the side netting. Though there were some that had thought it had rattled the back of the net, but Efren Mason Clark, with the first opportunity inside 90 seconds, just can't hit the target.
No, he can't, but I like the idea of this one from Coventry. They're not afraid to go direct, and then it's how quickly can you get your shot off. You see it just ripples that side netting.
Grimes. Back again with the number 10, who feeds it into Sims. Sent down a bit of a dead end. He's behind though for a corner. He's done very well, the Coventry centre forward. Oh, it's right in onto the goalkeeper, and it's been spooled. It pings around, almost fell to Mason Clark. Calmer heads start to prevail on the edge of the area. Grimes goes nowhere. Too many bodies in front of him.
Fantastic ball in. Sims is there. Thomas Asante gets the initial one. It comes off Mason Clark at some point as well, and trying to then make it work around the edge of the box. But again, really good save from the goalkeeper.
Ogilvie comes forward. Yang again. Bit more space once more as he takes on Van Ivek and gets down towards the byline. Well watched by the Dutchman. Chance from this set piece. Dozel gives it short. To the feet of the teenager. Big shout for handball. As it ricocheted off Jada Silva. A free kick instead for Portsmouth as Ogilvie was brought down instead. It's not exactly the set piece that they were hoping for 30 seconds ago.
I tell you what, they've got away with one there, Coventry, no wonder. Portsmouth are so incensed, because it's about the proximity for me. It's far enough away where the hand can be pulled away.
A lengthy discussion, shall we say, between the two bosses, and John Mousinho looks very frustrated indeed. Swift stood over this. Might still fancy it from a long way out. He does, he sends it straight into the wall. Swanson knocks it back in, looking for Bishop. It's well played by Thomas Asante, although there was nobody in the open area of space. Another chance for the right back to come forward. Better delivery! A whisker away from the opener. Portsmouth suddenly knocking on the door, and it all came from the fling of the right boot from the fullback.
It's close, isn't it? Brilliant ball, bags of pace on it.
Yang caught between a rock and a hard place. Van Ivek again, bit more room. Lovely delivery as well as it pings straight off, and Sims sees it cleared off the line. Thomas Asante. Sims with the flick. Scooped away by Marlon Pack. Flag raised anyway on this near side of the field, but again, Pompey was suddenly reeling defensively as the opportunities came to Mason Clark and Ellis Sims.
Yeah, living dangerously. I think it's Swanson. Look at this. Thinking worst case scenario, what if this comes towards goal? Love that. Brilliant from the defender. And saves a certain goal.
Thomas Asante. Sims. Corner. So one towards the far post, good header back across goal, Sims nods it down, and it's Thomas Asante with the final touch to stab it home from close range. Two headers and one toe poke, but it doesn't matter how you find the back of the net, as the most prolific attack in the Sky Bet Championship opens the scoring inside half an hour.
Good set piece from Coventry, nodded back across into the danger area. Ellis Sims is the one that helps it on there. And then Thomas Asante is in and around, just mopping up the bits. They're asking for offside, Portsmouth. Definitely not. It's just about the way that they react quicker.
Another chance here for Pack with the long throw. Ogilvie and others making their way towards the near post. Josh Knight is in there. So, of course, he goes short. It's a lovely pull back to the edge of the area. Swift. Oh, it was dipping. It needed a touch over, that's for sure.
I like this little bit of ingenuity. Everyone thinks it's going long, but they take the short one, finds itself to Swift, who you're just trying to see, he's just trying to drop it in that top right-hand corner.
Sims might have a chance here to get one on target, and it has to be beaten away by Bursic.
I suppose there's a, do I square that across to my teammate in Mason Clark? But I don't mind that. You're 1-0 up, and the shot was on target. That was the main thing.
Quick throw. Lovely layoff for Yang. Swanson and Chaplin not on the same wavelength. Chaplin sets himself. It was always rising as he got just underneath it.
It's just a lack of communication as well, isn't it, between Chaplin and Swanson? That's a good opportunity missed there.
Chaplin just peeling off, trying to almost play that quarterback role. Feeds it into the right back. Swanson across goal. They were oozing with confidence for a second there, Coventry, and Grimes has done a really good job, as has Sims, to win that. And suddenly there's a man over in Thomas Asante to double the advantage. It is clinical from Coventry. You just cannot keep this team down.
This isn't a surprise in a way, because we've seen this all season from Portsmouth in terms of the fullbacks getting forward and getting really high and then getting caught out, and this time it's Ogilvie. Brilliant ball and work from Sims. I think there'll probably be an argument earlier in the play with Sims, is that a foul? But take nothing away from the ball into Thomas Asante and then the composure to score this, because he's got so much time to think about it. But he picks his spot, dispatches it so clinically.
Van Ivek looking for Sims, didn't quite get his head onto it. Oh, it's off the crossbar. Would have been sensational, his third, Thomas Asante. Might have another go here. He'd probably fancy it considering his evening, and he tests the goalkeeper. One good save, one save from the goal frame.
Well, I told you he wasn't finished yet. He'll be desperate to get the hat-trick. This would have been absolutely sensational. Great technique, hip and knee over the ball. Just needs to be half a yard lower. It's in the back of the net. And then here, I like the way then he doesn't sulk. He gets back on the ball. Ball manipulation just to shift it. There, love that.
Got to get their defensive heads on here as Kirk sends it across. Did that come off the hand of the defender? Corner's been given. Maybe a stroke of luck for Luke Wolfenden, who is saying that he felt he was pushed. And the Portsmouth players certainly perplexed as to why Mr. Ward isn't pointing to the spot. Devlin.
Sakamoto in particular gets on the blind side of being Keeney, doesn't he? Does extremely well. Is always buzzing around. Work rate is always top notch.
That's not a bad hit as it strikes the upright. Fair bit of fears on that one.
Face tells a story, doesn't it? He's thinking, what more can I do? Strikes it ever so well across the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper's beaten, but the upright isn't.
Devlin trying to bend it into that little pocket around the corner. Kirk with the effort. Defence is breached. And a wonderful finish from Mackenzie Kirk. There's 90 seconds to go in stoppage time. There may be time for one last chance for the hosts, but Coventry are breached finally.
It's a difficult skill, this one. He makes the run, times it to perfection. Initially, you think, well, they're going to clear their lines, Coventry, but they don't. And they'll be frustrated with that because the clean sheet is obviously something they've been very proud of.
Chaplin. Plenty of pace on it, and it's not cleared away just yet. Sakamoto doesn't do the defensive work. Someone's got to try and have a shot. Almost fell for Bishop. Bianchini sends it in. Behind for a corner. Is there going to be enough time for the set piece? Looks like the officials are going to give Portsmouth the chance here. In by Swift. It's right towards the goalkeeper. He can't get to it. And Coventry just about hold on. It looks so simple until right at the end. After two fantastic strikes from Thomas Asante, gave the Sky Bet Championship leaders a commanding 2-goal advantage. But late on, Mackenzie Kirk putting a cat amongst the pigeons with his first goal for Pompey. And a spanner in the works for Frank Lampard's defensive record as they finally concede for the first time in 6 games in the division. But it's the 3 points that the travelling side wanted, and 3 points that are going back to the Midlands with the Sky Blues. Atop the Sky Bet Championship they remain. The final score here at Fratton Park, it finishes Portsmouth 1, Coventry City 2.